Hi, my name's Vic. I'm deaf and I talk about sign languages. Specifically today, I'll be talking about Irish Sign Language. Something that was pointed out to me is that when people are learning the hand shapes from a video, it can sometimes be difficult to picture them in 360 degrees. They're often presented flat, like this, and you might not be sure what's going on at the back. So today I'm going to show the hand shapes very quickly, but rotating them so you can see the full picture. Let's begin. 1. As you can see, all of the fingers are closed except for the index finger, and the thumb is crossed over those fingers. 2. The thumb is extended as well as the index finger, but all the other fingers remain closed. 3. The middle finger is now extended as well. Final two fingers are closed in. 4. The thumb is crossing the palm. The remaining fingers are spread. 5. All the fingers are out and spread. None of them are together, none of them are touching. Okay, we can modify the numbers 1 through 5 slightly in certain signs. For example, 1 can be hooked, like that. 2 can also be hooked, like that, although this is sometimes called a small c or an X. 3 can be hooked, and it becomes like a claw shape. 4 can become hooked, and 5 can also become hooked. They all become kind of like claw shapes when we do that. Final modification with 3, these two fingers come together and you get a gun shape. Okay, now comes to the ones that have the names of letters. We have A, like a thumbs up with all the fingers curled. Depending on your flexibility, your thumb may be closer to your hand or further out. B, as you can see, the thumb is across the palm and the fingers are together. So contrast 4B, 4B. C, miming a C shape. All of the fingers are together. The thumb is curled to make a C. D, the index finger is up, but there is a gap between the fingers. This gap can be shown with the fingers curled or flattened. And that is a D shape. Contrast 1 and D. E. The thumb cross the palm directly under the fingers, and the fingers are together and curled down like that. E. F. The index finger is flattened. The other fingers are up and apart, and the thumb is curled across the index finger. F. Like that. G. The index finger and thumb form a ring. The other fingers remain extended. G. G can be flattened or rounded. Flattened or rounded. H. You're forming a rock on symbol with the index finger and pinky raised and the other fingers tucked. It can be rounded or flattened. I, only the pinky is raised, all the other fingers are curled, and this is the same shape that's used for J. I, J. K, the middle finger and the thumb are forming the circle, and all the other fingers are raised. This can be flattened or curled. L, all the fingers are together and the thumb is out or beside the hand. Out or beside the hand, depending. And that is an L, but contrast B and L. B and L, or 5 and L. 5 and L. M, the thumb and the pinky are tucked and the other fingers are in this shape like that. That is an M. And then you take the ring finger in and you have an N like that. O, you're miming an O shape, and this can be flattened or rounded, flattened or rounded. That is an O. P, all the fingers are up and together, except for the pinky and thumb, which wrap around each other like that. You'll notice M and P have a relationship in terms of their shape. Q, a ring finger and thumb are forming the circle, or they're flattened like that, but that is your Q shape. All the other fingers are extended. R, like your fingers are crossed, like an English or American fingers crossed. So the index finger and the middle finger are crossed and the other fingers are tucked in like that. S, a fist, with the thumb on the outside of the fist covering the knuckles like that. So contrast A and S, A and S. T, the thumb is vertical and the index finger is wrapped around the top of the thumb. That's a T. U, the index finger and middle finger are up and together, the other fingers are tucked, and you'll see again N and U, there's a relationship in terms of their shape. V, a V sign. So a V with the index finger and the middle finger, and everything else is tucked like that. W, making a W shape with all of the fingers except the pinky and the thumb, which are tucked. What you will now notice is we have G, K, Q, W. G, K, Q, W. So a relationship in terms of shape. X, and this is that shape pulled towards yourself. X. Y, thumb and index finger extended, all other fingers tucked. And then a Z is done like that. So it's a 1 making a Z in space. All right. With the numbers, we showed you some that can be bent, and the same is true with the letters. You could have a D, which is bent over like that. You can have a V, which is bent. You can have a U, which is bent. just be aware that you will see some of those where the bend may occur and sort of change how they look, but essentially it's the same finger shapes, you just adjusting them. I think the biggest ones that you will see the most often in terms of modified shapes are the A with the thumb tucked in, the L with the thumb tucked in, the 5 bent, 3 bent, the V bent, the 1 bent, and the O becoming a flattened shape, the C becoming a flattened shape, the 2 becoming a curled shape or a small C. And you will then also have the final shape, which is really important to know, is you make a K, you take the thumb out like this, so just the middle finger is bent, and that is an important shape as well. You need to practice those with your dominant hand and your weak hand. In my case, dominant is right, weak is left, but you need to be able to do all of the shapes with both hands quite flexibly because you may need to use both of them at the same time, or you may have to make different shapes with the hands at the same time. So it's good to really practice that. You have to be able to do all of them with both hands. That's the hand shapes of Irish Sign Language. American, French, Danish, German, they have some hand shapes that are the same and some are different. But see if you can find yourself a video that shows them in 360 view. It'll help you learn them. I hope that was useful. Links down below to the Patreon and to a playlist that should help you practice those hand shapes. Bye.